Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about headache. Why the headache has been so common nowadays in day-to-day life activities. What is the major cause? Of course, headache is not a disease. If you consider for there are so many factors which are really affecting the headache. If you are wondering why I'm getting an headache, then you should know the primary cause of it. That is, a headache is primarily distributed into two factors, that is, primary factors and secondary factors. What are the primary factors? Means if you're under any pressure, or if you're under any stress, or you have some fever, like that, anything which causes you within the acute phase is called as primary headache. Even long watching, and if you're long watching your TV, or screen time, increase screen time, or decrease sleep, then you can really kind of consider it as a primary headache. If you want to consider it as an secondary headache, then you should consider any disease related form. Means if the disease is been accompanying the headache, then you should consider it. If not, you can just kind of rule out what is the cause, then only you can treat the headache. Headache can be treated with homeopathy permanently. There are so much of medicines which are really helpful for the treatment of headache with homeopathy. Migraine is one of that. So many people says that I have migraine from 10 years, 15 years, and I am unable to be cured. But it's not true, because once if you really kind of get into the homeopathic medicines, and if you are really a kind of suffering with a migraine, it can be cured. I had a patient who had migraine from 15 years, female, who is married and having one child, but I was unable to trigger out her mental symptoms, and I was really concentrating on why she is getting a migraine. It was because she was a working woman, and now she is not working because of the child and the family issues, and that has been triggering her from 15 years. And after giving Natromure 30, she was really kind of okay within 3 months. For 15 years, she has taken every day medicine for the treatment of migraine, but it was not at all cured at all. But now, with homeopathy medicine, she was able to, and that is the wonderful thing which the homeopathy does, because homeopathy is such a wonderful remedy system. It has so much of remedies when you really kind of work for it. So first we'll be coming to know what are the remedies which are really kind of helpful in the treatment of headache. There is so much, means when you have summer, you have summer headache. When you have winter, you have winter headache. When you have spring, you have spring headache, rainy headache. Okay, there is no season where headache is not absent, because some diseases are only present during the season time, but headache is not like that. So first we'll be talking about summer headache, that is Natromure. When you can give Natromure from the sunrise to sunset, that is from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So whenever you have an headache, just rule out what is the cause. Okay, Natromure is given for the females who are really living their life in the way they does not want to. Example like sedentary lifestyle, means the patient wants to go out and work because she is very much educated and she really wants to go earn her money and she want to be independent, but because of the family thing and family matters and everything, she is unable to. And this also triggers her mental health, and that mental health is indicated like this. So you have to really kind of consider what is that triggering factor. If you rule out that, you can really kind of work on your diseases. Homeopathy does that because when the mental has been affected, the physical body shows the symptoms. Simply, the physical body does not show the symptom. So, first you should know what's the problem in your life, what it is that you are suppressing. Then only you can come out and know the thing, what is that it's been happening. Some people are working under so much of stress, and that stress is not okay for them. That can also cause an headache because they cannot say no to that stress. Nowadays, every people are having so much of stress, and everyone is living under so much of stress, and no one is free from that because everyone is working. The man is working, the woman is working, even the children are under so much of stress. If you go for homeopathic remedies, of course, you can be able to treat your headache, whichever it may be. It may be the primary headache or it may be the secondary headache. Okay, if it is associated like tumors or hemorrhages or some other kind of disease, chronic diseases which are accompanied with the secondary headache, of course you should be ruling out that, and you should be able to tackle that first before you act on the medicine, because the root cause is not the headache. When you treat the root cause only, you will be able to give the cure for the patient. Everyone can give the relief, but no one can cure. Not everyone can really cure the disease. So curing the disease is very important. If the patient says that I took the medicine today, I am better today, tomorrow I did not take the medicine and I am not better tomorrow, then your medicine is not working. Even without taking the medication, the patient should be alright. That is the true practitioner spirit. So what you have to do is first take the case, rule out the symptoms, rule out the root cause. What is that which is really kind of triggering out or causing this kind of symptoms? Then you can really cure the patient, because the patient comes to you after believing that you can cure them. But if you are unable to cure them, then what's the use of it, right? Curing the patient is the number one priority of the doctors. Okay, we'll be talking about tension headache or sleepless headache. When you come for a sleeplessness headache, you can go with Noxomica. What are Noxomica people? Noxomica patients are really workaholic patients. They does not like to sleep or be lazy. They always like to work. They always like to do their work, even taking rest, putting so much of pressure on their mental, physical health. This causes the headache, but they does not even care about the headache. Previously, they will be not caring about it, but as the time progresses, of course, everything will be a big one. So when you rule out the cause of the Noxomica, you will be able to treat it. I had one patient who used to smoke the cigarette for 24 per day. His tension was, he was a lawyer and he has so much of cases to do, and because of that he used to work in his office till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, and he used to not have the meals at the right time. He used to not sleep at the right time. He used to not get up at the right time. Everything. everything caused him the headache in the later days. Then it was an severe headache which was not even revealed by even taking the medication with higher power. But ruling out the cause is very important. When we rule out that that person is Nuxomica, when we gave them Nuxomica, he was totally fine. He said, "Thank you, doctor. I thought that I had some bigger issues. Because of that, my headache is so severe." Because not even in my lifetime I had got this much kind of severe headache. This is the first time, and it was not at all going away. Every doctor will be saying that you're all right, but the headache is not at all going. I does not know why. I did not even know what's the wrong.